Hello and welcome, beautiful collective. I have had some things happening this morning that are a little bit strange, to say the least. I began to do a card reading in order to post pre-recorded readings while I'm on vacation, and my mouth began to hurt so much that I had to stop the recording, and I'm still having trouble actually with my tongue. So as I came back into my sanctuary, I heard, I am coming from the temple of Luxor. Now, I don't know much about, haven't really dove into those much, although I do know that they are Egyptian. And the most interesting part of this is the scent that I'm receiving. And again, as I speak about it again, I get like a scent of an incense. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it is kind of a musky. It's very, very powerful. And I'm not burning anything. I have not burned anything for a couple of days. I was away yesterday and I did not burn any incense. I did not light any incense this morning. And as I am speaking about this, I am receiving a really powerful, like, I'm not kidding, like it's like an Egyptian scent. It is really powerful, the scent. And I am not burning anything. And I do apologize for my tongue. I'm having difficulty in speaking, and I believe that is part as well of holding back what is wanting to come through when we have difficulty with our mouth, when we have difficulty with our teeth, when we have difficulty with our throat. That is all part of us being able to express ourselves in some way that we have not been expressing ourselves. So there is an Egyptian goddess or deity that is wanting to come through today in a channeling. So I am just going to tap into that energy and see what comes forward. But as I do that, I have been having difficulty with some of my channelings being heard. So I am also going to record the voice on a second device so that I do not lose the recording. And I find that I have been having to do this lately. I've been having to record like a double recording so that I can actually have the recording. So we will see what comes forward in this. Pardon me if you may think this is unprofessional. I'm just moving through the energies right now and feeling through them. So let me just move into that and see who this deity is that is wanting to channel through me today. Sometimes I will find that tones, light codes, and things like that come through me in order to connect with the frequency of who is coming through as well. If you do not wish to listen to those, if you wish to move through directly into the channel, and you can simply fast forward or scroll through. If I remember, I will put a timestamp in the description box below for you to move directly to that channel. But also be aware that any light codes and tonings that come through are for healing as well. So any kind of tones, sounds, They're all energy and frequencies of energy. And there's that scent again. It is so incredibly powerful. Wow. So I'm just going to move down into my heart. We are being asked to do this, to really move into our heart, to connect within that energy, that gateway that grants us access to all things in the now moment. Harishni Tai Kata. Harishni Tai Kata Aranoshkai. Araatanai. Araatanai Aratuka. Anayara. Anayara Anako. Korani Arai. Arika. Ariganashkita Arai Nikatai. Aranani Katai. Aranani Katai. Orai. I am feeling the presence of two very powerful goddesses. And there's that scent again. Maat and Isis, I feel. Ishtar. These feminine goddesses of power, of light, of shadow, of balance, of recognition that we are all things, that we are here to experience all things in the now, to accept, to find tolerance, to pass through judgment, and to transmute it. Do not be too hard on yourself, for this has been a difficult journey of much judgment, much fear, much loneliness. You have found that you have walked this path just going to tell you what I am seeing. I am seeing someone that is walking through a hall, like I'm feeling the halls of Amenti as I'm speaking about this. It feels that someone is walking through those halls, and we are being told that we are on a solo experience here, that we are here to experience much things. There is so much confusion. I can hardly even speak. There is so much confusion within this energy. And this is the energy of those that are moving into this new frequency, that there is so much confusion. Everything that has been learned throughout this walk on earth is being scattered, is being fragmented, is being rearranged. For we are not at all what we have believed ourselves to be. We are neither good nor bad, but we are all things. In denying parts of ourself, we have fragmented our soul. And within this new energy, those fragments are coming back together with new reflections, with new understanding. Setting aside the judgment and understanding that we are our own judge, that our belief is what judges us. It will dictate your own ascension. For you are that. You are one. And within that oneness, you are all things. You are dark and light. You are good and bad. You are strong and weak. You are loving and hateful. You are all of these things. And you must be all of these things to be the truth of who you are. You are created from the One, as are all things, all experience are created from the One. And although when you stand before your judge, you may feel that you are being judged by another, when in actuality it is your own reflection that is placing judgment back on the self, holding on to guilt, holding on to shame, holding on to blame. It is the dense energies, the heaviness, that will continue the patterns that you have been moving through and continue to move through and within over and over again. It is a very simple answer. The answer is forgiveness, truth, honesty, honoring all parts of the self. You know what, you guys? Here I am, sitting here, channeling Maud as she speaks about the judge that we are reflecting ourselves. And a while back, she gave me the golden scales, which basically tells me that I am my own judge and jury. I have a choice. I can balance those scales. I can choose. I can weigh my own path. And here I am, as I am channeling her, judging what is coming through. Simply thinking to myself, is this real? Is this real? Am I truly channeling what? Or am I full of shit? Like WTF? Hello everyone, I was in the middle of channeling Maud and I began to judge my own channeling, and I am going to start over here with this channeling and just move directly into it without the judgment, without hopefully without the fear, and just allow her to come through in her true essence. When I am done, I will speak a little bit about what brought this channeling on. So if you're interested in that, welcome. I am what? And I am a reflection of your own judgment, of all of the ideas and ideals that you cast upon yourself and others within your journey here. When you incarnated upon this planet, you understood that the journey would be difficult and that you must unlearn all that had been taught to you by mankind, by authority figures, by those that have been here through their lineage for many, many years. You have been filled with much doubt. And you have been filled with much confidence. And this is a necessary balance for you to remain in a state of humility in order to deliver the message in the way it is intended. We, the ancestors, have walked this earth as you have, and we understand the trials that you experience here. We understand the journey of coming back to the self. And we have left many clues along the way. You have left many clues along the way. And as you experience each one of these clues, and as you move closer and closer to self-realization and the understanding that you are one, that you are first a soul, and that you are simply having a human experience here, you will begin to experience more and more of that feeling of knowing, of already experiencing, for you have already experienced. For all things exist in the now, the future, the past, and the present are all existing now in this present moment. And you only have to believe and trust in your knowing. There are many outside forces that create doubt within you of your greatness, of your abilities, of what you call gifts. Those gifts are possessed by many upon the earth. And you may see them as a natural talent in whatever way that may wish to be expressed within the human avatar. Gifts are not only what have been classified as channeling the divine or speaking through the veil, but gifts are within all things that you experience here on this planet. Within your experience, you may be a talented artist. You may be a talented singer. You may be a talented speaker. You may be a talented chef. You may be a talented executive officer. You may be a talented mathematician. Wherever your talent lies is the journey that you have chosen, the expression that you have chosen within this lifetime. And it is nothing that you must reach out to receive, for it already exists within you. You are that. You chose that experience to express yourself. And as you move back into that natural expression of yourself, you will find a great sense of peace that exists within you in whatever it is that you are creating joyfully, lovingly, without judgment of what you consider to be perfect. For you are not here to be perfect. You are here to experience. You are here to grow. You are here to share. You are here to offer your frequency of love into a collective to light the way to a more joyful life, an abundant life, abundant with love, with confidence, and yes, even doubt. For that doubt helps you to remain humble. To realize that there are many others that are walking toward their greatness. And yes, you possess greatness within you. You are a rare soul. That is no doubt. And it has been a lonely path. For within that rarity of authenticity, the energy does not always blend with the energy of others that continue to wear their masks. You have always been guided toward authenticity, and you have always had difficulty in agreeing with others on an opinion that did not resonate with your heart's truth. And you are here with that purpose. You are here to bring in new frequency, new energy into a world that has been stagnant and moving through the same energies over and over. You are here to show the world how to live in authenticity. To be true to yourself. To try new things without fear of failure. For it is only in the trying that we succeed. It is only in the quitting that we fail. You are a wise soul, far, far more wise than this lifetime has given you. You are here to bring light to the world. You are here to awaken, to activate, to initiate, and within that, you will trigger others to wake them up to their own light, to their own brilliance, to their own talents. You are here to mirror to others the limitless possibilities that life has to offer. When you open your heart to those endless possibilities, when you open your heart to living within the freedom of creating through your own wishes and desires, not because there is a need within the world, but because there is a desire within you, within your heart. This is the balance. Creating within all of your passions. Creating through the denseness of the experience. and bringing the light into it. That is the gift. That is the gift that each of you bring into this world. You are not here to just be the light. You are here to be the balance of the light and the dark. And this is very uncomfortable for some. For in believing that they are dark, they believe it to be very negative. However, darkness is not negative. The negativity comes from the belief that it is evil. This only exists within the mind. And as that belief grows within the mind, that denseness enters the heart and creates the heaviness that then begins to judge your actions, shaming you for those things that bring you joy that others may not agree with. You then judge yourself, for you are your judge, and that reflection will be seen in the outer world, in everything that you do, as you continue to judge who you are, as you judge your experience. Only you have the ability to transmute the energy, to move it through, to call in your own divinity, the divine team that is a part of you. To ask for help. For that is not a weakness, that is a strength. For strength may come in numbers, in times when you require more support. These times may be when you are in a state of grieving, losing a loved one. It may be when you are changing direction. It may be when you go through a relationship breakup. It is imperative that you remain in a state of balance. And when you feel that you have lost your strength, call on the divine. Call on those that have walked before you. I am what? And I am a reflection of your own judgment. you so much for watching until the very end of this recording. If you are seeing this, I know it is at the end because I recorded it after the fact. This channeling came actually in 3 parts. I did 2 different parts of Mott, and then I split the video because it is extremely long. I had Isis step in as well for a channeling, and that will come after this recording. So if you are seeing this at the time of this recording, you may have to wait a couple of days until you see the second half of this video. But I wanted to speak a little bit about, before this video, how important it is, because they really wanted to talk about our own reflection and how we hold ourselves back. And it is imperative that we move past that self-judgment, for we are our judge, and as we judge, we reflect that back into ourselves. As within, so without, is what they wanted to say. But really what I wanted to come on here for is, within my next video, with Isis, it is all about self-doubt. And you will see that within that video. You will see that play out. I am simply allowing it to come out as raw footage as I recorded, because I think it's really important that people understand the process of channeling. Like, there is so much, how can I say this? Within YouTube and within the recording world, there is so much editing of videos that everything looks like it is streamlined and perfect. And channeling isn't always like that. We may have to have, some breaks within the channeling, and sometimes our mind gets in the way of our channeling. It does not mean that the channeling is not real, but our mind will get in the way of our heart if we are thinking. And I find sometimes with myself, if I begin to try to make sense of that channeling as it is coming through, my mind gets in the way. And then I have difficulty in channeling. I begin to lose the belief in myself that I am worthy of these gifts and of doing this. And the reason I'm doing this, I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm worthy. I know I'm worthy. But there still are those periods of self-doubt. And I want you guys to know, within the spiritual community, those of you that follow me, that it's okay to feel that sometimes. And in fact, I think it's important for us to feel that we don't get, too full of ourselves in some way, that we understand that, we are great and that we have that greatness, but we also understand that we are here to experience within our humanness here, and that we are here to connect with other humans in order to, how can I say, add to their experience, right? As we move back into that self-realization and back into the one, the source, consciousness, and aid in the ascension of the planet, the universe, because this is not as small as we like to think it is. We like to think that it is just Earth, but that is not true. As we raise the consciousness throughout Earth, it changes within the entire galaxy, because everything is connected. And that raises consciousness and allows others to move beyond and past the consciousness state that they have been in as well. It also allows other higher vibrational beings to be able to enter the planet, and it allows us, as our vibration raises, to be able to commune with those other beings, which is of great benefit to us to be able to do that. And apparently there's more that I didn't expect this to come out within this. I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a blip at the end of that, because it finished rather bluntly. But I want you to know that there is a second half, and the second half is Isis, and it will be channeled, and it's likely going to be something like your confusion is a sign of moving into a new frequency. Mott. Okay. So thank you guys always for all of your beautiful comments, for sharing your energy here in co-creating this channel with me. You are so appreciated, and I love each and every one of you so very, very much. And until next time, always remember to let love be your guide.